Hey guys, welcome back to The Struggle with Candice Thompson.
What is this?
Candice Thompson.
What time do you
It
think
sounds like
they're
a late
listening
night.
to? Yeah.
It sounds like a late night radio show. Hey guys, smooth moves with mud butts with Candice Thompson.
Tony Baker's out this week, so I'm Candice Thompson.
I don't know. I felt like I don't know. That just kind of came out of me naturally, organically.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, it sounded good.
Thank you, Emma. You guys, this is The Struggle, where I have my friends come on and we talk about things we're struggling with in adult life, because adult life sometimes sucks, kind of like often. So we're here to laugh at it. You can find me on social media at Jokes by Candice, and also Candice Thompson Comedy. Really, Mel? You just gonna pour peanuts in the middle of my intro?
Whoa.
What are those? Those are peanuts covered with something, right?
Covered with peanut butter. Is that what that is?
What is that?
It's like
Is that too meta?
it's a crunchy
I don't
shell.
Whoa.
I don't like it.
I don't even know
It's
what
a
to
peanut
report
covered in
back
some
it
type
is.
of mystery shell.
Are we supposed to eat the shell?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, just continue your
Go
intro,
for it. We'll see
Candace.
what happens. And also, CandiceThompsonComedy.com for my dates. This is a mistake already, I know. Whose idea to bring snacks out? That was my idea. Shut up, Candace. So, thank you for joining. To our new listeners, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. And if you do, tell everybody about it. Subscribe, download, and, rate and review us on iTunes. It makes a difference. Now I'm going to introduce my co-host. No, you don't even deserve an intro.
Oh, hey guys.
You over there talking smart already. We just started.
I'm still the co-host, everybody. I'm still here.
That's Mal.
Unfortunately.
You hear the That's Mal. I sound like, hey, bird.
Malhall.com, at Malhall on all social media. That's it.
That's it? All right.
Yeah.
Now let's get to it. Oh my God, I am so excited to have this
What's going
person
on?
here. One of my favorite people. And
happy to be
so
here.
funny. Emma Willmann.
Hey.
Fresh off her Netflix special.
Yeah, the
comedy
mini
lineup?
special.
Mini special.
They kept changing the names of it. First it was the quarter hour, and then it was like the something. I don't remember, and then it was something else, and then
Why don't they just keep them consistent? The ones that are all 15 minutes, call them the same thing.
right, and the quarter hour is like just say it's 15 minutes. Like
Right.
they're trying to dress it up a
Right,
little bit.
the
It's like
quarter
it's all
hour.
good, or like I'm not. It was a 15-minute.
They'll be doing
set.
4-minute specials next, which
Right,
is
I
what
know,
I
I
just
know.
got.
That would be hard.
That would be
That would be really hard.
terrible.
Yeah, to
That
make
would-
him. That would be it's like doing late night.
absolutely
tough.
Which is tough.
The
you,
toughest.
You also did was it
Colbert.
Colbert. You did a great job on that
That's
as well.
the
Yeah.
toughest.
That's-
That 5-minute format.
You gotta, if you're a storytelling type of comic or someone who has
Impossible.
like, it's not right. It's not for everybody. That's why
Sure
people are
isn't.
like, you need to do more late night. You understand how hard that is?
It's so hard, and then once you do it, it's what it. It's tricky because it's like what late night does is a little. It's not what it used to be, which has been well documented, but it's people. You can do late night a ton of times. So yeah, I go back and forth about late night,
And it
a
still
lot.
doesn't even matter as much as it used to.
Right.
Like, I know people that have done late night so many times.
So
and
many
it's like they
times.
still can't. Like, and
Right.
it doesn't mean it. They're still not putting asses in seats in clubs.
I've never had someone. I mean, maybe like one time someone came from Colbert on accident.
Right.
The only thing that people ever come to shows from has been morning radio.
Morning radio. That is tried and true.
Yeah.
Not
'Cause
like-
it's just like a conversation or I did the Guys We Fuck podcast.
That one's huge.
Right
Yeah.
after I did that,
You
I
had
was at a
people show
show and I was like we're getting ready to go on and a bunch of people went, "Psst, Guys We Fucked," and I was like, "What?" And then I was like, "Oh."
And then I'm like, wait a second, you're a lesbian.
Right. And I was so confused. It was like so disorienting because it had probably been like a week and like I hadn't, it's not my podcast. So I was kind of like,
Wait, what?
And then they were like, gave me like the thumbs up and I was like, oh, all right, yeah.
Right. No, podcasts are another one of those new platforms where it's like that it reaches more people than fucking late night does anymore, which is
True.
ridiculous.
True.
Crazy. What's your
social media?
and stuff?
Where can
It's
people find you?
at Emma Willmann.
Spell that,
creative.
please.
It's EMMAWILLMANN. And then
Two N's.
2 N's, 2 L's and 2 N's.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
German.
any shows? This is going to drop in 2 weeks from today.
October 13th, I have a show in Portland, Oregon.
Which is it? A Helium?
No, Dolores Wingate Theater.
That's a person? Oh, you're performing in someone's house. Just Dolores'
friend
address.
Dolores. Yeah. Dolores' house. Things are going well. I'll be at my aunt's house on Friday if you guys want to come over. You know. I haven't been doing, it's been nice. Like, I haven't been doing as much stand up as I do in New York here. And then I've got, that's the next one, October 13th. But I keep it all on my website. And then I'm in Missouri.
Yeah.
The weekend after that.
Nice.
Yeah, you know, all the hot spots.
She all over the place. Okay, so really quickly, this is a very superficial struggle that I'm dealing with right now.
The best.
Very. Those are the best. This one is, I don't know if any of you guys are night guard people. I have an issue with TMJ.
So do I. And it's reached the goddamn point where I need to get a new night guard because I lost mine and it's so expensive.
It's so
like
expensive.
$600.
Yes.
But I'm in a lot of pain. This is so weird you're saying this.
Oh my God. You can use mine. We can share.
What is this?
It's like a retainer.
A night guard, but they're expensive. They're really
like I paid $500 for mine.
Wow.
You never had one?
No.
It's for TMJ. So if you have like TMJ, which is temporal mandibular joint, like where you clench your jaw and grind your teeth, and you have jaw popping, which also can cause headaches. And for me, a really hard time giving blowjobs. Let me tell you.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Let me just.
Because your jaw pops out of place?
Or it'll lock. So, like, you can't open your mouth as wide as, like, if you have a big sandwich and you're like, I'm about to go in on this sandwich.
That's exactly what I thought.
I subbed it in.
Big dick.
No pun intended. I subbed it in. And so, yeah, like, you will be like, I really need to open my mouth a little bit bigger in this moment.
Sure.
And
fit the sandwich.
Yeah, right. To bite the sandwich in quotes.
Fit it all in.
Yeah.
Right.
You paid for it. You get it.
So, like, you'll be in the midst of, and your jaw just won't open, and then you'll you'll force it, and it'll pop, and it hurts.
I don't have that.
Yeah.
But that's tough.
It is tough. Trust me.
Mine is just from grinding my teeth from stress.
Yeah,
and then it gives
clench.
me headaches.
I'm a clencher.
What can you do about this jaw?
Aside from, I don't know. Like, I go to my dentist, and I just switched dentists. I just switched dentists. And so she's new, and she, as soon as I go in there, she like heard it. She was trying to get in there, and I was like, I can't. And then I was like, pop. And then she was like, oh shit. And so she was like, I think you should get a night guard. And I'm like, okay. So now I paid for this night guard, and it's helping a little bit, but I don't know if there's any. I be seeing like an infomercial for this one doctor around town that's like, if you have TMJ, and I'm thinking I'm going to check him out because
what's he going to do?
I don't know, but you can get a consultation for free. So I'm going to go see what he's talking about.
Those places always rope you into some shit, though.
Of course. Whenever it's like a free consultation, right, you have to pay like $3,500 for parking.
Angela has TMJ problems too.
Oh, yeah?
She bought this like red light thing that she would like.
Does it work?
It's just, she said it helped a little bit.
Like, see, I don't
just
think
like
there's
red. It's like ultraviolet
muscle,
rays or something. It's like a certain level of light that you just put it on your skin and it would relax her. Because between shows, she would just be in pain.
Damn.
So she'd be in the green room just like.
See, mine's not that bad. Like, I've never, it used to be decently annoying, and now, like, just recently, and I think it's because of my Invisalign, because I also had Invisalign.
Oh, you got a lot going on.
Yeah, I had Invisalign, and I think that like, made it worse.
Was there a specific incident that happened with the sandwich? Were you out to lunch recently?
Yeah, I was going to ask about that too. Do you give like a disclaimer before?
I have to now. Before I didn't have to, but now it's gotten worse. And this literally just happened.
Have you worked it out like how they do on the airlines? They're like, this is how there's exits are here.
Right. In case of the emergency.
Your life jacket. So in case I can't open my mouth, what do you...
In case I chomp down on your dick.
Pull on this cord right here.
It's legit. I was in a situation not that long ago, and I couldn't open it far enough to like. I was like, he's gonna think this is the worst blowjob ever.
Did
but
you
it was
tell
because
him before?
I didn't, and I was like, I'm just gonna fight through it, and then it popped while I was down there.
Did he say anything?
I don't think he heard it.
Right.
I don't think he heard it. He may have, but I don't think he did. He didn't mention
anything
afterwards. No. But once it popped, I was able to really get in there. You know.
You're good for you.
You hear it? It's called a blowjob for a reason, fellas.
For the first
Legit a job.
for the first few minutes, he was like, "God damn, this sucks."
The shallowest
Right.
blowjob.
He's like, whoa!
Should I tell her?
Why is she focusing so much on the tip?
I should tell her to stop. Clearly, she's uncomfortable with this.
I
right
was
now.
going in on that
Pop!
tip, though. I
Oh
was
my
doing-
God!
I
This
was
is
doing-
amazing.
I was
She's a
doing
rock
all I
star.
could. I was like going so crazy on that tip.
You're finding ways to compensate. He probably thought that was like your signature move. You were teasing him. It's like, she is such a tease.
She's like, her foreplay is amazing.
I didn't think I could take it anymore.
Then
Like,
15
me?
minutes later, I think this is all she's gonna do.
It's the most forward foreplay I've
She's
ever
literally a
experienced in my
cock
life.
Did that hurt for you? Did you go like, ow?
I didn't. I mean, and when it pops, it doesn't really. It's a more annoying and a little bit of a little thing. It doesn't really hurt. It's a little bit. It's
Sounds
discomfort.
scary.
Discomfort is the best way to describe it. So it didn't like hurt, and I was able to power through. But that's my struggle. Is I don't. And again, I don't know if is there. I guess there's no solution to it.
I don't know about the TMJ. For mine, but see, so I have ADD, and I don't know. I can't blame it on that. But I'm supposed to have a mouth guard for like years, and I always lose it. So I lost
How many times have you lost it?
3.
That's
So
almost $2,000 worth of.
I
mouth guards.
know.
Can you get those ones like online that are not custom fit?
I'm gonna have to do that. I got to do something because the
So
first one, my
universal
mom.
size.
Yeah, which I don't
Right.
necessarily fully trust, but at least until like temporarily
something
until. But then you wonder, like, is this going to do more damage
Or
than it
fuck up
does
my
good?
mouth.
Right. So I don't know.
I tried sleeping with like a soccer guard in, but like
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
that's-
that.
Which all that could be fine, but like I'm dating someone, I'm in a relationship now, so
Uh-huh.
like that. I mean, and it just seems like asking a lot of a. I mean, a mouth guard's one thing, but a soccer guard, because like I'm not. I'm not. It'll go great with my helmet that I also sleep in.
Got a helmet.
Oh my God.
Because it says like 1, I'm not responsible. 1, I've got the mouth problem from stress. 2, I'm not responsible enough to hold on to my mouth guard. Like
Yeah.
it's just a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But at night when you're sleeping, like at least I'm not in a relationship right now. So it's
Right.
like I don't have to deal with someone sleeping next to me and I've got this thing in my mouth. But
Right.
that is a struggle in itself. Is like because you're supposed to wear it on most nights.
Most nights.
Most
Carlene
nights.
wears it.
The mouth guard.
The mouth guard I wasn't embarrassed with. That one that you put in, that was fine. It's not the best.
It's
but
not
better
best.
than a
You
soccer.
I still have like when I put it in, I'm still like, oof.
right.
I feel like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Like,
She puts it in, and I'm like, so I guess we're not making out.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like a
the-
clear sign.
Yeah,
of
that's
like,
it. Yeah.
Real
you're
passive
you're-
aggressive.
Yeah, you're going to sleep. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she never loses hers.
No, she keeps it by the bed.
See, I should have just not brought. The first time was when I was in. I remember I threw it out in a mall, like in a wastebasket in a mall. My
I've
mom-
definitely thrown retainers out like that when I was a
Yep.
kid on that lunch tray.
Yes.
Because you have
Yep.
to take it out every time you have to eat something. It was so annoying.
I don't know why I used to have my mouth guard with me so much.
Yeah, why'd you carry it with you?
I don't know.
Wasn't it just at night you had to wear it?
I remember having one, and my mom just couldn't believe that I had lost it because I used to lose the retainer. So she was
Yeah.
like, "How did you lose?" And another time was I was traveling a lot, and I
Yeah.
left it at a hotel.
Yeah.
Called, "Can you send me my mouth guard?" That didn't happen.
Yeah.
And then the third time, this was over a bunch of years.
Can you imagine the the bellhop picking it up, putting it into a
And it was not at like a
plastic
nice
bag?
hotel either.
You need to
so.
get a chain with it and carry it right like carry it around your neck
What room were you staying?
like a lanyard, but it's your retainer, your mouth guard.
Yeah, we have your mouth guard here.
How many years ago was this?
You can come back and get it, though. We're not sending it.
I haven't had the mouth guard now for like 2 years.
Oh,
But I can't pay. I can't justify paying for it again.
get the temporary one. Online, go on like Amazon. I think
I
it's like
gotta do
50 or 60
something.
bucks.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
I'd feel more comfortable in that than with the Rite Aid one. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I was thinking.
Yeah. I'm gonna look it up. I'll send you the link
Please
for
do.
it. I will, absolutely.
I'm
Because
sorry.
I
you're going through
feel
that.
your pain. Thank you. Mal, what's your stupid struggle?
I don't have one. Let's move on.
What do you mean?
I don't have one. I don't have one like ready to go.
Wow.
So we just did another episode right before this that you didn't have one for either?
Mm-mm.
Does that mean
My
that you have something really bad going on?
I mean, my struggle, a struggle that I have is overpacking.
Oh yeah.
Have
Very
I done this one
relatable.
already?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's
I have an
very relatable.
overpacking
I don't
issue,
know.
and like
And that's weird for most guys don't have that. Most guys But for you take shoes. You have a shoe problem.
I have a lot of shoes. I have a shoe problem. I also, I'm the straight dude that has a lot of girlfriends, so I have like a lot of girl logic as well. So like I'll pack just in case.
Right. I don't feel in case you don't feel like wearing something. You know how
never
we do.
know. So
I don't know how I'm going to feel this day. So I have to bring 7 pairs of the different colors of the same underwear.
It's 3 nights at the comedy club, but I have a tuxedo, 8 pairs of jeans.
You're never going to need this
30
tuxedo.
shoes. Yeah.
Why are you packing alligator skin shoes?
You never know if we get invited to a gala after the show.
After the Chuckle Hut in Wisconsin. You don't know.
You never know.
You never know who'll be there.
Yeah.
JIC, just in case.
This is my JIC portion of my suitcase.
So wait, do you have to end up paying like the extra when you overpack that? You know, when your bag is over 50 pounds and they're like, that's an extra $500, which I never understand.
Here's the thing. It's like when you travel as much as we do, you get status on the airline. So then you get to check your bag for free.
Yes.
So now I feel fine. I'm just like, I'll just bring a big fucking bag. It doesn't matter.
It's enabling you.
Yeah, it's enabling me to overpack.
Oh, so wait, and even, okay, so I didn't know because I don't overpack. If I do, I'll carry multiple bags so that it's not like, it's not all in one. So that's usually, but if you have like how I don't have to pay for my first bag either, but if you go over, even with that privilege, you still don't have to pay any extra if you go over the 50?
I don't go over. I just take too much
okay.
stuff.
I think you'd probably still have to pay if you went over because I think at that point it's
50
like
pounds is substantial.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it happen before. I saw a woman get like she was like ready to go, and they were like, "This is 58 pounds," and I saw the look on her face, and I was like, "Oh, sucks to be you, lady."
Yeah.
And I just kept it
my
moving.
kid out of it.
Does anyone have room? Does anyone else?
I was like, I've got 7 extra pounds of space in my bag.
Anyone else going to O'Hare have 8 pounds that they could carry from me? Take this jacket, please.
Well, that sucks when you overpack, because then if you buy stuff wherever you're going, you don't have
You're
room.
screwed.
That's the
put
problem
it.
too, because I'll go places, then I'll buy. I'm
Right,
like,
you went to Australia, and
Yeah.
I feel like you'd want to at least come back with like a snake.
dude, my bag was 55 pounds.
Wow.
When you came back?
No, going there.
Oh, and was what?
Like,
When you came, did you buy stuff or you couldn't?
I couldn't. I was like, I'm only going to buy 2 shirts because I can't.
Plus,
I
then you
can't.
make
And I'm
your
going to
hotel
wear
room
those
messy.
on the plane.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put both of them on
But
so
here's
that I don't have to pack them.
here's how stupid I am. This is why it's like a problem that I have.
Oh,
Like,
we know.
I knew going into the trip, it's going to be a 3-week trip, and
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to have access to laundry. So I could have literally
Right.
taken 5 shirts,
Right,
a couple pairs of jeans.
Right.
I could have had just like a regular bag,
right.
but I took 55 pounds of shit.
And did you wear most of it, would you say?
Yeah, I went through all of it.
Well, that's good. At least you put it
That's
to
the kind
use.
of guy I am.
Right.
I'm like, these are different
Oh, I
outfits.
brought it. I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
Well,
But that's like my problem that I'm working on.
Do you keep it organized when you get to the hotel? Because if I bring a bunch of stuff, then it's
I'm
like,
filthy.
Me
I'm
too.
filthy. I'm filthy at home. I'm filthy at the hotel. That's like
I don't know. You
just the
people
dude
live
I
like
am.
that.
It's like it's controlled.
face.
It's controlled chaos.
Yeah.
I know where the stuff is in my mess. You know, that's like how I am. That's how I
But you'd
operate.
still know where it was if you put it away.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
I'm just spitting logic. Here I am spitting logic. That's what I do.
Just,
yeah, but the extra effort for me, like I'm doing it to impress myself. No, I'm good.
It's not about
I lose
impressing.
stuff more when it's messy, but I feel more comfortable. I just make it messy
Yeah.
instinctively.
I'm so what I wonder where that comes from. 'Cause,
Jackie, on the other
it
hand,
makes me feel chaos whenever
Yeah.
I have stuff that's just laying. I don't ever have stuff just laying on the floor. Even if I have like my laundry basket, like I'll go do my laundry, come back into my room, put my laundry back, and it's just stuff that I just washed. Like I'll have to put
You'll
it away
fold it right
immediately.
away?
Yeah,
Wow.
I will when I come back
You're
from
a
trips.
adult.
When I come back from trips, the bag is unpacked. The first thing I do.
oh my god,
That's
I
a really
can't.
healthy life skill.
okay. Here's 2 things.
That's good.
As
But is it though? Because it's a mental thing for me where it's like I have to do this. Or it's going to bother me,
Right.
which I don't think is necessarily healthy.
as like a
Yeah.
as a contrast to that,
Contrast?
contrast.
What did I say earlier in the car? I said conflict.
Conflict.
That's
no,
a word.
no,
Conflicted.
She said
What's the right way to say conflict? But I
It
said I
wasn't
felt
that word.
conflicted. Oh, I said conflicted
yeah.
instead of conflicted. There we go. I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
So I do all of my laundry. and then I'll hang the pieces of clothes that are important to me, and then the rest of them, I'll just, like, on my bed, is like a ton of clean laundry that I sleep next to.
Do you live with anybody? Like,
No.
do you, that
His
you share?
brother.
My brother's my roommate.
Right, you and your girlfriend don't
Who's
live
also
together.
much neater than him.
But yeah, my brother's the one where, like, the cleanliness bothers him. So he goes, like, the apartment will be clean. He goes, doesn't that make you feel better? And I go, I literally have zero difference of feelings.
Yep.
If it was like this or if there was shit
I
all
wonder
over the
what
ground.
that is. I
I'm
wonder.
always
Like,
with people that are way cleaner, like
Yeah.
friends. My roommates have always been cleaner.
Yeah.
I've never
I'm
lived
the
with
dirty
someone
one.
like me.
Yeah.
But I try now. I like my old roommate was really, really clean, so I would keep it to my room. But then my room was messier than it ever was.
That's how my room is currently.
Wow. And she said it stressed her out, even though it was just because if the door was open,
Yeah,
she'd be like,
no, that's how my current roommate. Last month, by the way, you guys, last month before I'm roommate list. Can't wait. But yeah, no, I would walk by and I'm just like, how do you?
Right.
Let me close the door because I
Yeah.
can't.
Yep.
Angela's assistant, like, if we're in a hotel for more than
He's talking
More
about
than-
Angela Johnson. I don't know if you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he
she's
goes
so
on the road with
nice.
her. Yeah.
I had a call back to this audition like a while ago, and I couldn't believe that we were both going in for the same part.
That's hilarious.
It really
Yeah.
was. She was so nice, though.
Yeah,
like
she's
she was
great.
like she was because there was like 4 people, and like the other 2 were kind of like keep being like super cool, and then she was like
yeah.
really friendly and
She's
nice.
awesome,
and
yeah.
she was
Nice.
Yeah.
She's super cool, but her assistant will, if we're in a hotel for more than 2 days, so like 3 days in a hotel, like if we're there for the entire
The
weekend.
assistant travels with you guys.
Yeah, she's like the tour
Wow.
manager
Yeah.
type thing.
Oh, okay. Tour manager and
Yeah, yeah.
assistant. Yeah. Oh,
But
that's gotta be nice.
She unpacks her bags in the hotel and uses the drawers in the closet. That's
No,
how
that's crazy.
organized. That's how organized she is. Like
the
I'll go to her,
assistant does
No,
that.
that's crazy.
I'll go into her room and
Wow.
I'll be like, "Where's all your stuff?" And she's like, "Oh, it's all put away."
Yeah, no.
So when she packs to leave, it's just like, "Okay, take it out of the thing, put it in the bag."
For me, like
Organized.
that's
You
it-
wouldn't want someone doing that?
I wouldn't, and here's why I wouldn't, because it's not my furniture. So I'm already weird with like germs and like bed bugs and shit like that. I hate it because I've had experiences in the past. So now I'm like super paranoid. So like I don't put my place in stuff that doesn't belong to me. Like I don't like it. I don't like putting in drawers that I know so many other
So
people
you
have
don't
used.
unpack your bag.
Nope.
Meanwhile, if you walk into my hotel room when I'm on the road on the weekend, all of my dirty clothes are just on the floor. Like I have to, like I forget that, you know, like Angela's going to come back to my room. My underwear is just all over the place. Like I don't care. Like
Yeah.
I'm going to see it.
Right.
I see it.
Oh, it
The
gives me
world
so
doesn't
much
see it.
anxiety.
No, but that's my struggle.
And it makes you feel better sometimes when I have this mess. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Like-
I don't know what is that makes people different in how they are organized. Like I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
understand
It's
how-
very strange because I can conceptually I get why what I'm doing is a little weird,
Right.
Right.
but I still do it.
I don't understand how it affects other people's emotions, though.
Oh, it totally. Just hearing this gives me anxiety.
I can't. Yeah, I don't get that.
Were your parents like super neat, Emma, growing
They were
up?
pretty neat. Yeah, they
Neat
were
enough?
neat. They were
Yeah.
neat enough. I would say they would be. Yeah, they
And
would
you
be
have
like
siblings?
mortified. Yeah, my sister's very neat.
Interesting. But you
She's
know what? I
really
bet it's
neat.
also attached to your dyslexia.
I agree. I use that as an excuse. Like,
If that's true or if it's not, I don't care. It's what
I'm
I say.
sticking to it.
Yeah, the doctor said.
It makes me. I get stressed out about it though, like because now I'm staying at my friend's house. So before she comes back, I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna do major cleaning. Where it's like it'd be a lot less stressful if I just didn't make it so messy.
Right.
But I'm definitely less messy at other people's places, though. Like if
Yeah.
I'm staying at your house,
You're gonna
I'm
be a little bit more considerate.
I'm gonna be
But
clean and
I'm there
considerate.
alone. If I was there with her,
Right.
of course.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Then I'd need to have something a little messy.
Right.
Right.
Like my car's messy.
Well, there you go.
Emma, you don't look comfortable right now.
Yeah.
Well, nothing's messy.
Yeah.
here,
There's
so-
no panties on the floor. That's why. Good
Yeah,
damn
why
it.
is that? Is it some like unsorted out emotional issue?
I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. No, we won't. We'll never find out. We'll never discover them. Now, okay, enough about us. Emma.
Didn't you read?
Oh, wait, go ahead.
So I did read somewhere that people with messy rooms are more creative. Did
Yeah.
you read that?
Oh,
And-
I've
and
heard
it's a
that
sign
before.
Of a
Yeah.
successful person too.
A
Really?
successful white person? Is that what you said?
No, I said it's a sign of successful people are generally messy.
Well, it's
That's
not
why
working
they-
for you. So what's
Successful
your
white
excuse?
person? The secret behind all successful
Oh,
white people.
because of Mal, we
it
see
isn't
that that's not
privilege. It
true.
isn't hate.
Solid
Messy
burn,
room.
Candace. Emma, what's your struggle?
Yeah. Or multiple, whatever you're dealing with.
So I thought about. I was trying to think about what I would like to pick to focus on. And then there's this ongoing thing that I've had for a while that had not popped up, and then it did last night, and I took that as a sign to talk about it. And it popped up in a way where it's like I was seeing like remnants of it around the apartment. So this is what it is.
A raccoon? Do you have a wild animal
My
loose that's been
pet
shitting
raccoon.
around your...
It's like a wild animal inside of me. I sleep eat. But I'm not totally asleep. I'm like half asleep.
Oh my God,
You do
I
that
love
too?
this.
You do it
I mean,
too?
no,
Oh.
but I just love that this is the topic because I've always wanted to talk to someone who's dead, and I don't know anyone that's dealt with it before.
It's really fucking. It's so annoying because so I used to do it when I was little, but the thing is I don't know for some people when they sleep eat if they're like dead asleep.
Yeah.
But I remember it, but like I don't. Like but I'm not in control. And like when I was back in New York, it got really, really bad where I would like wake up, and then there was this one morning I woke up and I was kind of like, I knew I had done it last night, but I didn't remember any specifics. And I knew I would do it because I think I'd wake up and have like half a sandwich in bed. But also,
It's like
Wow.
that.
it's like that.
You would wake up with a sandwich in your hand.
And I'm asleep, so I'm being a fucking monster. Like there's stuff all over. But I went to the where I was like, I have to figure this out. And then I kind of forgot about it. I went to the bathroom and I was like kind of groggy, and I look over and there's like fingerprints with peanut butter on them on the light switch.
Shut
And I went
Oh my God.
like a burglar. Like I was like piecing together a murder. I know.
Peanut butter bandit
It
strikes
was like,
again.
and it was like 3 fingers had swapped the light switch, like, and I was like, "Who am
Oh
I?"
my.
And I know that I eat the peanut butter with my hands in bed. I know that, but I've been in a relationship.
You wake up
now.
with like peanut butter on your sheets?
I'm in a relationship now, and I don't do that when I'm sleeping with somebody.
Oh, okay. So that's good.
So that helps.
Yeah.
That's the cure.
And the person I'm in a relationship with you can't make this up. I'm dating someone who works professionally as a therapist.
Shut up. This
So-
is perfect.
Right. So but I can't, she's not my therapist. So I can't, like, we'll talk about it, but it's not like she's going to psychoanalyze me.
Right,
You know,
Right,
She might. Are you scared that if she did, that she would find out too much?
No, because she did start asking me like questions about it in a way where I was like, "Oh, this is getting uncomfortable." But she said usually people sleepy, and then also I'm kind of a stupid person, so I feel like forget and get confused with the things. Like I'm getting it a little wrong. She was something like you're bipolar, and I was like, or no, that wasn't it. No, I'm just kidding. But she said she said usually people start sleep eating at a certain like point when they like had like a traumatic event
Oh,
or something happened where then they're trying to like stuff their feelings down.
But do we know what the sleep portion of it? Because I understand awake
Yeah.
overeating because you
Oh,
have
actually, that's
trauma.
what that was. That's what that was. We were talking about overeating because I was like a fat little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So scratch her advice because I totally that's what that was because but the sleep portion I don't.
What is that?
I think maybe it's because it's like I like whatever was going on when I was a kid. I've like sifted and processed and sorted through. So then she's like, because she said that it usually comes up in people when they're like really stressed.
Are you stressed out right now?
I'm not. I mean, I'm always like kind of stressed, but I'm not like extra. Or like there's something I was so stressed out about, and I wasn't sleep eating extra then. Like I was so stressed before I did the Netflix, the Netflix 15, the comedy lineup.
Yeah.
I was so stressed those 2 months before. I was running the set.
Yeah.
And when you're supposed to be recording something, if a glitch happens in the set, then I'd
Yeah.
be like, oh God, this is gonna be awful. Like, oh no,
Right,
like
right.
this is a disaster.
Of course.
Working myself up, and I wasn't like sleep eating more then. It was more
Interesting.
after that I started doing it. And it's not flattering thing to do.
No.
Plus, I don't want to gain a bunch of weight from food I'm not
That
even like
was-
enjoying.
That was going to be my next thing.
Yeah.
Is like, are you even aware of how much? What if like? Because you wake up and you have part of a sandwich in your hand, but then there's also a thing inside you like, well, what else did I eat? Like you could have had a whole rotisserie chicken. Like, do you know
Well,
the damage that's been done when you
I
wake
can
up?
piece it together because like I'll see what food's been missing.
Mhm.
But the problem is too like if there's certain foods that I'll like really go for. If I have peanut butter in the house, forget about
You
it.
know that's
Gummy.
you got to lock
anything.
it. Lock
Yep.
it.
But I would get
You think you'd get away? You get into it? You'd still would find a way to get into the peanut butter?
I think that then I would, if I woke up and got awake enough, then I think I'd be able to be like, don't do this. But like when I was living with someone I was in a relationship with, and she would always eat licorice, and I remember being like, I don't really like licorice, but any gummy candy I love.
Black licorice? Are you talking about?
She would have black licorice and red licorice.
Ugh.
I'm not a fan.
Black
I like
licorice
red licorice.
is amazing.
I don't mind the red licorice, but this is not what I would like.
Psychopath.
Go to. You like the black licorice?
I mean, I like it both.
She
but-
got the short little
Psychopath.
ones.
Yeah.
No.
But so we would, but they are, at night I would be like, we can't have these because I'll like eat
I'll
them
eat
at
them,
night. And
yeah.
then she was like, but I want to, this is like something I look forward to, and we can't have it because you can't control yourself at night. And I was
Yes.
like, yes.
What about, have you tried child-proof locks?
No.
Like on cabinets and on the refrigerator?
But between the childproof lock and my mouth guard, like no one, I'm not, I really want to make my relationship work.
Look
It's
at-
like I'm already a tough sell because of my schedule, so it's just like I don't know if I can pull that. I appreciate your vote of faith in my winning personality that I could still talk my
I
way
would
out of
date
that.
you, Emma.
If that-
I appreciate
if that- If she can't take you at,
That's just so
She's
funny.
so
your worst, she
accepting.
doesn't deserve you at your best.
I'll tell her that with my mouth guard.
Now
I'll
let's
be like, you know
install
what?
these fucking child locks, babe.
You guys have kids, huh? Like, nope, this
No.
is my girlfriend. She
Can't control herself at all.
That would be
So
like,
that's like sleepwalk. That's like a form of sleepwalking, basically.
Yeah,
do you ever sleepwalk without the eating, or do you find that you always do both?
I always go to the kitchen. It's always so no. But I had a roommate. My old roommate Erica said one time this. I kind of remember this, but I had gone to the kitchen, and then she said that she heard me like rustling around.
I heard a Doritos bag.
Yeah. She heard me rustling around, so she was like, "Emma," and I wasn't responding.
Oh no.
So she came out of her room and she said, I was almost back to my room, and I took the light switch and then went like this to it, and she went, "Now what are you doing?" And I said, "Winning." And then I went to bed, and I was
Oh my
like,
god.
"Oh my god!" Like,
And you talk in your sleep.
apparently, I didn't remember
But
that.
you were coherent.
I
But
remember
she asked
going
you
to
a
the kitchen.
question and you responded.
right.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, I know. So I think the main struggle of that is just not knowing whatever these displaced feelings are that are provoking me to sleep eat. Plus, like, I hadn't done it in a long time.
Yeah.
Like
I wonder what triggered it.
I know, but it might also be when I'm more comfortable. Like I'm staying at my good friend's place, so the last couple nights, and she's out of town for a while, so there's not much food in there. So I've gone through everything. Like I woke up and there was like everything was open.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so right before we started recording, I told Emma, like the next time she needs to come to LA.
Oh yeah.
She's
I
in New
can stay
York.
with you.
She's in New York. So
What kind of snacks you got?
snacks are my specialty. I go to
Really?
Trader Joe's and I stock up on all different. Now I don't know if you like them because they're
I
kind
love
of
Trader Joe's snacks.
okay. Because I get all different types, but like plantain chips. I
Love plantain chips.
The everything pretzels.
Yeah, see, that's
yeah.
exactly what kind of stuff I go
yeah,
for.
yeah. So I'll make sure to have.
You'll put them out.
Candace
But
has
also,
to
I'm
stop.
gonna
Outside the door.
set up a camera.
You'll have a little buzzer. Like I'll reach for it and be Candace. Look, I'm just doing some research.
Have you had the pretzels
will be amazing.
with peanut butter? in them?
Yes, I
Yeah.
love
Oh,
pretzels.
Amazing.
Ah.
Yeah,
with
those
salt.
are good.
But
with salt.
Those
are
are
good.
the kind of thing I want to actually enjoy. So then, like, say if me like awake, like I'll eat like a handful, 2 handfuls. Me asleep, I'll eat all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and then someone, the art therapist said, "Oh, what is it if you go to bed hungry?" And no, because I'll go. It's
No.
it's not. I really thought about it. I was like last night I did go to bed and I was like kind of hungry, but it's not. It's always I'll wake up around like 2 or 3,
Mhm.
and then like I did a loop and I couldn't find anything to eat. But the night before, I ate some.
Found that fucking
Fucking-
peanut butter.
Well, she had almond butter, which apparently I don't like.
Oh,
'Cause I,
there you
like,
go.
Had like kind of remembered having a spoon and like not liking it and putting it back.
Now that's
Fuck that, I'm
amazing that you
smeared
still
on
have
this
a
light
palate in your sleep, like because that's interesting. Like the
Yeah, you're
Because
right. I never thought of that.
yeah, like
Yeah.
all of a sudden, like no, it's down. Pass, hard pass.
I'd rather be in bed. Mm-mm.
So does that mean I'm not sleep eating then? And it's an excuse for snacking? But I'm not in control of it.
No, you're definitely
sleepwalking.
sleep
You're
eating.
definitely
You're
sleep eating,
definitely
yeah.
sleep eating.
Because I don't know, like, it's like when I do the eating, then it's like kind of like when I don't like almond butter, like I remember like eating almond butter and be like, but I don't remember up to that.
But it didn't wake you up?
It must have woken me up enough to like register almond butter. I don't like it, and then the almond butter was out the next.
Yeah,
But I knew it was going to be there
Wait,
the next
Right.
morning.
Do
I was
you like almond butter when you're awake?
Nope.
Okay.
I
That would have been
don't.
interesting.
Yeah, that would have been like the real me comes. Yeah.
What about if you just locked your bedroom door?
What if there's like an emergency?
Unlock it.
Unlock it.
Right. Can I lock myself? Oh, you mean lock it?
Yeah, do you have a
Just lock
lock
the
on the
knob.
inside?
Right. In New York. Well, this is the other thing. In New York, it's like lofted, and the stairs to get down are very narrow.
Oh,
So
yeah.
when I moved in there, I was like, I'm not
Sounds
going
right.
to sleep, eat here because I'll wake up going down the
And
stairs.
fall and
Yeah.
break your neck.
And yet, I've been doing it.
hasn't stopped. So your balance becomes miraculous
Yeah.
in the middle of the night while
I'm
you're
like
sleeping.
a superhuman.
That's
This sounds
very bizarre.
like what it sounds like. Your behavior sounds like me when I'm blacked out drunk.
Yeah, and I stopped drinking because
Yeah.
when I would drink a lot, I wouldn't do it. Like then I would just kind of like I would eat
so
before
there
I go
you
to
go.
bed.
That's the cure.
Just get wasted.
You have to become an
Yeah.
alcoholic
So
to
you
get
pass out.
over
Right.
your
my sleep eating. When I was a overweight kid and I would overeat during like, and I was like trying to like not, I would still use food as a coping thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then sometimes when I was in high school, I'd be like, oh, like drink a bunch and then I won't want to like eat as much as I did. But then I
Right.
went on Adderall and lost the weight and
How long have you been like working out more, or like has your diet changed recently?
no, like I was trying to work out more because it's like the lesbian Hunger Games out here. You notice that? Jesus Christ. Everywhere I go, there's another little boy-looking lesbian doing comedy. So I assessed the scene and I started working out.
That's amazing.
But then I stopped about 2 weeks ago. I haven't been working out.
Because I was wondering in my head, I was like, I wonder if like you had a change of diet. Because I remember also seeing your Instagram stories and you talking about. Did you have gout? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Should I not bring that up?
No, you can.
Okay.
That was the other struggle I was thinking of. But then last night I did it. I should have taken a picture and showed you guys the picture because then when I was thinking about the gout one, or I was like but then like all the cabinets were open in the kitchen, and I was like, this is the struggle.
This is the struggle right now. Well,
And
it's
it's
like,
also fucking weird.
we're open to
Gout's a little weird too.
many
I had
struggles.
gout.
Well, yeah, it's also something you don't expect someone under the age of 75 to have.
Yeah. Except people reached out to me after I posted that.
Uh-huh.
And then said
And
they
they
also
had-
had gout, younger people.
I know someone who was in their late 30s who had it.
had it.
Yeah.
It's inflammation, stress, if you drink too much, and then I wasn't eating any vegetables.
I was just about to say, I remember one of your videos saying you need to get more vegetables. So that's why I was thinking, like, if you changed your diet and now you were eating more vegetables, like your body was craving
Right.
this junk food that you stopped eating, and that's you now acting out in the middle of the night to
Right,
get the
right.
junk food in.
Give me what I'm used to.
Yeah.
That would make a lot of sense. That
But-
would make sense, but it isn't connected to that because I was eating really healthy.
And it hadn't happened.
Actually, I don't know. Maybe when I was, you know what? It's too hard to say because when I figured out the gout stuff is when I started dating the art therapist, and then we would spend a lot of nights together, and I don't sleep eat if
When
I'm
you're-
spending the night
right.
with her. So that I don't know, and I haven't been eating vegetables recently. So maybe if I eat vegetables, I don't sleep eat. I have not been eating any vegetables the last couple days.
Go back to the vegetables and see what happens.
That would be
Vegetables.
if that is what's been making me sleepy, that would be so fucking ridiculous that I've been like this tyrant for so long just because another thing of me not eating vegetables.
And the cure was right in the fridge.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Ooh.
It was right here all
right.
along. That's insane. But I wonder, I mean, fruits and
Food
vegetables
is
are very healing.
It
They're
is.
very healing.
Yep.
Like they can heal things. One of my friends, Golden, who I had on the podcast like episodes ago, she posted this thing on Instagram, and it showed like it was an image of like tomatoes, and next to whatever it was that I can't remember what it was, but whatever it was that tomatoes were good at healing, like in your body. It looked just like it was the shape of tomatoes.
Oh, interesting.
And like lettuce would or spinach would be this exact shape of whatever it was that's helping your body. So it's like literally like there's a map of what you're supposed to eat, and it's good for us. So like, I don't know. I'm just saying they're magical.
Do you guys eat a lot of vegetables?
I do.
Do you?
I'm a nerd. I love it.
You are. Good for you.
So am I.
I cut way back on meat. I don't eat that much meat, but I would eat like a lot of like I've gotten much much better about it. But then I've been slipping up the past like 10 days or so.
With meat, you've been going hard.
Not necessarily with
You've been going hard on
the
those
salami.
those T-bones.
It's
Emma, you've got salami coming out of your pockets.
Get some fucking. I've been going where I just have not been eating like good vegetables the past 10 days because I remember now I'm more aware of it since I started eating a bunch of vegetables and I was like I haven't been good, but I cut way back on meat and also because I'm not drinking then I'm like okay I can like eat whatever I want.
Right.
But then cut to the gout and then but the sleep eating just reared its head. So we'll see. I'll eat some vegetables and let you guys know.
And I feel like because we're gonna go grab food, but I feel like we should go to a vegetable buffet.
I'll eat. I don't like eating vegetables that much.
Nobody does.
Go to RFD and just get a salad.
Real Food Daily. Yeah, I mean you're in the place. It's a vegan vegetarian restaurant.
LA has great vegan.
I was gonna say, yeah, if you're in the place now to vegetable it up.
Doesn't New York too?
They do.
Yeah, they do. You guys, it's better though.
I feel like it's healthier out here though. I
Yeah,
feel like
it is.
Fresher here.
It really is.
Right.
And like a lot of places have like fresh juice and smoothies that in New York, like if you like the bodegas in New York, the smoothies are very, very sugary.
Right,
Yeah, I feel like they're like Jamba Juice.
Yes.
Type of smoothies.
Is Jamba Juice bad?
It's just a lot of sugar.
Right.
Like they're not, you
I
know,
love
when
sugar.
No, who doesn't? It's delicious.
Right. It is delicious.
Yeah, when you go and get you can tell when like smoothies are really good for you and when they're not because it's just
True
like because they'll throw something in there that you don't want.
The ones that are good
celery.
for you
What is
taste
this?
like shit.
Yeah,
Celery be ruining everything. You ever have a juice
Chard.
and they just throw like
You don't like celery juice?
I like celery. It's got a light, refreshing taste.
ew.
You really don't like celery juice?
No.
Like a
Celery will ruin any juice. You could have the
Really?
best.
What?
You could have strawberry.
It's like all water. Celery's
Yeah.
all
No,
water.
I know, but you can still taste it. You can still
yeah, it
taste
tastes
it.
amazing.
yeah, I like
no,
it too.
I like celery as a food. Like I'll chew on it,
Right.
dip it in ranch, put some peanut
Love
butter
ranch.
on it. Right?
Yep.
Great. In my drinks, I feel like it overpowers all the other flavors. I can't do it.
I like a 50-50 or like a 30-30-30 celery, carrot, beet juice.
Ooh. I bought a juicer right when I found out about the gout. I went and got like a nice juicer and then I left it there when I went to LA.
yeah.
But,
Wait,
you know,
you still own it though.
I still own it.
Oh,
It's in my
I was
place
gonna
in
say
New York.
You
Yeah.
lost it. You left it
Yeah, I
with
lost
your mouth
my-
guard. Why are you traveling with your juicer, Emma?
I tried traveling with a blender for a little bit.
Oh, really?
But I didn't blend anything.
the bullet. You could
That's what
travel
it
with
was.
the
But I
bullet.
didn't end up. It's like, that's a good idea, but I didn't end up using it.
I have a bullet and I don't use it.
Right.
I used to make I was hardcore doing when I was working the day job. I would do a smoothie in the morning, but I kind of stopped eating breakfast. I don't do breakfast
Yeah.
I
anymore.
don't do breakfast either.
Yeah, and that's another trait of people who are very successful is they don't eat breakfast.
Really?
They don't
Oh,
eat
yeah.
breakfast. They meditate, and
Messy
I
motherfuckers.
forget what the third
They
one
don't
is.
eat breakfast? I thought successful people always ate breakfast.
That's what
Make
they tell you.
breakfast.
That's what they tell you.
And
That's
Who
what they want
told
us
you?
to believe. Like, why? Who's this breakfast
right, this
person that's
breakfast
making money on
PR
breakfast?
person.
Right.
Because they said that they make breakfast and then also they make. I thought successful people made breakfast and made their bed.
How can that be true if the messiest people are successful or creative people? You know.
You wake up you're
See, then
supposed
some
to
of the
wake
stuff
up at 4:30 every day. That's what successful people do.
Right.
They
Yeah,
wake up
no,
at
that will never
4:30.
happen. What
They don't
you
eat
can't. I go to
breakfast.
bed at 4:30, so how am
Yeah.
I waking up at 4:32?
Don't eat
Right.
breakfast.
You know, I was talking to Dwayne Perkins last night. We had a show together. Dwayne Perkins, very funny. And we were talking about there was this YouTube video he watched where it was like the benefits of waking up at 5:30 in the morning, and I'm like, and he's like been doing it, and I'm like,
Really?
I don't know how.
What time does he go to bed though?
He like has a job where he's working on some television show now, or
Yeah.
writing on a show, so he does have to get up kind of early for that. But I'm like, I know for me, like I don't. When I have my late store spots, like I'm
Right.
not going to bed till 3-4 o'clock in the morning most
Totally.
nights. So like that's challenging. But like he said, the funniest part was he was at the end of the video. The guy's like, okay, so this is how you do it, and he was like, okay, I'm about to learn these secrets. So and he was like, the guy in the video was like, go to bed when you normally go to bed, then wake up at 5:30.
Hilarious.
It was like,
All right, man.
you're gonna be tired, but just
Yeah.
power through it. Like what? That does not help me at all.
How many hours of sleep is he getting a night?
Oh, I don't. He's got to be getting. The show last night we had was kind of early. It was like a 9 o'clock show, so he was probably home by no later than like midnight.
Right.
So even if you go to bed at like midnight, you can get 5.5 hours. That's decent sleep.
If I get home at midnight, I'm too amped
I'm up till, like,
I'm
right.
too amped up
If I-
because I'll get tired, then I get a second
Same.
wind.
Same.
And then there was a while there was a stretch where I would be hosting the late show at the Cellar, which is like doesn't start until 11:30.
Yep.
And then the comics know it's the last show, so they would do, if someone was going to go on extra, it would be at that one.
Right.
So, or drop-ins or whatever. So I wouldn't be getting home till really late.
Right.
But I don't think I was sleep eating more then. Just to tie it back, sleep eating. I don't think I was.
Stage sleep eating, hosting the show.
But then I would be so jazzed I wouldn't go to bed until like 4 or 5 because I would be like drinking coffee at it to get amped up, and then you know what I mean. Do
you notice on the nights when you do sleep eat that you feel like you had broken sleep the night before, like you feel exhausted?
Yes, I feel lethargic. Totally.
So that's also problematic.
And discouraged because I'm like, what the fuck
is this?
Yeah, like why did or sometimes if I eat stuff that's like not like with the licorice, it's like I would have eaten all this like candy and sugar and I'd feel like hungover. Yeah.
Yeah, you got like sugar sweats in the middle of the night.
Right. Because I try to be healthy and then fuck it up.
I feel so bad. I mean, I even more because we don't ever have solutions for anyone when they come on this podcast. But even more so today, it's like I really have nothing on this.
It hasn't been bad at all.
Right, you just said it.
I just did it the other night, and not even in a bad way. Just it was like I was like, this again, really? Because it had been a while. Like, oh, my old friend. Like, what do you like? I was just surprised.
It's your dark passenger. You're like Dexter.
Yeah, you do have a dark passenger.
Yep. And I'm really not particularly stressed out. I mean,
right. Not more than normal.
Not more than normal at all. If anything, I feel like I've been like processing things like better than I had a year ago.
Yeah, and it's not mouth guard related.
Not mouth guard related.
That's been gone for 2 years.
Right. Fuck. Do either of you guys like smoke cigarettes?
No,
yeah, I don't
just
do that
weed.
Either. I don't smoke weed. Someone said that that's good for people with sleep problems.
Oh yeah, try that.
Yeah, but I don't want to get. I'm afraid I'd get dumb.
You won't. I don't. Weed doesn't make people stupid. It just makes them like forgetful.
Right.
I think a lot of the times, and also so chill that nothing bothers them. Like that's my biggest problem with like my roommate and people who smoke so much weed. It's like nothing matters. It's like nothing's of any urgency, and it's like everything's just chill.
Yeah,
right.
Just relax, man.
Like no,
it'll be fine.
Things are on fire.
No, right. That's how I feel. Like you just don't care.
What is fire though?
Okay. Now you sound like you're on shrooms. Now we've transitioned to psychedelics.
Do you remember when I got the Illuminati? What was it? Candice and
I.
You can tell the story.
Well, no. I forgot about this, and then I don't even really remember. I just remember, something about Illuminati.
We're
gonna die after this podcast.
It was Candice and I were writing on a pilot together 2 years ago, and it was like the night that we were filming the pilot, but where we were recording at, I was, and I'm super dyslexic, so she was like, where are we recording? I was like, meet me at Illuminati headquarters or something. She was like, that's what it's called. I was like, yeah. She's like, I don't think they advertise like that. And I was like, so what is right on the front? But what the hell was it really?
I don't even remember.
I don't remember either, but I was like, that's what it's called.
She was like, no, Candice, it's Illuminati.
Yeah, I'm at the Illuminati headquarters.
And I'm like,
she's like, okay.
Like, I'm not going there.
yeah, exactly. Like, is this a setup?
You can stay there.
Right.
I'm not going anywhere Illuminati related.
I wonder what the hell it was called.
I don't remember. We're going to have to take a field trip into the valley to find out. Yeah, it was on Ventura, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Really quickly, since you mentioned this, and feel free to say you don't want to talk about it, but were you there with when Louis popped in at the Cellar?
No, I was in LA, but I was on tour with Louis for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like right before this?
It was, I would say, well, he hasn't been, besides the Cellar pop-in, he hadn't been doing comedy to the best of my knowledge. And I had actually tried to reach out to him through his, like, when I was opening for, he usually would have, his most regular opener was a guy named Joe List, very funny comedian.
Yeah, I saw his Tonight Show. It was very funny.
Yeah, and him and Joe became like actual buddies. So I asked Joe pretty recently before the Cellar pop in. I was like, "How's he doing? Like, what's going on? Like, send my, I'd like to like reach out to him."
Yeah,
and he was like, he's like, chilling. He's in the Hamptons. He got a new girlfriend. He's like doing his thing.
Like he's fine.
He's fine. And then
he still has millions of dollars.
Right. Yeah. I was just want to kind of see what he was up to.
Yeah.
And then he popped in at the Cellar, and that was when I was in New York. But it has been. I was surprised that it was as. Yeah, I was a little bit surprised by the reaction at this Cellar. And it got leaked to the press, and
of course
it's very complicated.
It is complicated.
I had one thought because people were like, "Why didn't he address what happened on
I did want
stage.
that. I'm not gonna lie. I did want that, and I did want that, and I could have used the non-rape joke in his set.
See, that's the thing. So I was actually like saying something about it, and then when someone said that he did a rape joke in the set, I was like, oh.
It's like I have feelings, and it is.
I don't understand. Why would he do that? I don't get it.
I don't.
He's not stupid, because I was like, maybe he didn't address it because he doesn't know the best. Because I was like, look, as a comedian, maybe he's trying to get his sea legs back. He didn't know how to address it because he wants to do it in the right way. And then someone was like, well, he said a rape joke, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Like, that's.
But that's like his kind of comedy. So it's like.
But now
of
he's
course,
got
But now you're in a special. You're in a position
but
now where
that's his-
especially because he's popping in, because it's like you need to be very careful about just popping in and giving people like the option to see you if they know they're going to see you, so they can consent to seeing you.
right. That's where we are right now, and I don't think. And we were.
If you are going to pop in, don't be chill.
And we were literally talking about like right before you came here on the other episode, it was talking about like comics with like who are like sociopaths and like narcissists and just like
I'm learning all about narcissism from the therapist. I've learned about the traits of it, because I was like, am I a narcissist? How do I know if I'm a narcissist?
there's a spectrum. So it's like, and I think if you're anyone who's in this industry who's like seeking any type of fame, it's definitely like, but there's a spectrum. Like I don't think you're a full blown narcissist. You're not like a 10.
Candice. Nicest
I
thing
don't.
anyone's ever said to me.
You
No,
know.
but I was saying, I don't think you're like a full blown narcissist. But I was asking about that, and people that if you wonder if you're a narcissist a lot, you actually that's not narcissist.
You're not.
Wonder
You're not
if they're not-
self-aware.
Right.
They're not self-aware at all.
But
so like
it's more neurotic.
right. And so I can tell we spent enough time together where it's like I do not think you are. If anything, you might be like a 2 or a 3, which is where I think I
totally
fall.
fair, yeah.
Right. Mel, I don't think you
on
are
the,
either.
On the other hand, Candice forced me to take a personality test to see if I was a narcissist, and it came back unconclusive.
So as of right now, we don't know where
I wanna
Mal
take
falls on it.
that.
I don't even know if the thing is accurate. We just found like some survey online and we did a vlog about it. But
Did you just Google like
oh yeah, we just am I a narcissist? Am I a sociopath? And did this like a thing where it had like multiple choice answers.
what the hell kind of questions did they ask?
Honestly, this was a
I
couple years ago
forgot.
now. I
you
don't
wanna
even remember.
Kill this cat.
Yeah. You're like kinda.
You see somebody getting run over by a car. How does
How
that
do
make you feel
react?
anything?
Do you smile?
Right.
Chill. I'm good.
Things are good for me.
It's my favorite show on TV.
Seeing people get hit by cars. So, like, what I think it is in Louis's case, and again, I am not a professional. I just have
it's
spent enough
tough.
time around comics and narcissists. I've dated personality disorders before, so it's like, and I've read books on it now. So it's like I do know just how you've been enlightened by talking to your therapist.
Yes.
I'm not a professional, but I do know there are red
Picked
flags.
up little things.
Yes, and it's like I just don't think necessarily, and I'm not saying it's his fault. I don't think he's aware of the ramifications of what.
tone deaf.
Right. I think that in his head, he's Louis, and he can continue to do because I don't think he's thinking I'm above the law, like because I'm so big. But I think that because the way he's been treated in the past with just being the biggest comic in the world.
Sure.
That it's not, I can do, like, this is just what I do. I'm fine. And he's not thinking about other people's feelings and other people's, and he's not, again, not making a conscious effort to think that way. It's just that's how his brain works. And
he did. So how, like, I don't know with the specifics of, like, how much time did he do? Was he on stage for a long time?
I don't think it was that long.
Yeah.
I want to say it may have been 15 or 20 minutes. That's what I think, but I don't quote me on that. But whatever I read or heard, I think that's what I initially thought in my head when I read it, was that it wasn't like, I don't think he was up there for 45 minutes.
Right. And then people really reacted.
Oh, absolutely. they
Somebody
did.
asked me if it's been enough time.
It's only been 10 months.
Yeah, I guess it.
And then I asked, what's the appropriate amount of time?
Right. I think it's also not necessarily like an amount of time thing. It's also like, I guess, what someone does to like show what's happened to them in that time.
Have you grown? Do you
Have
show
you grown?
remorse? Do you have,
Yeah.
and the fact that he hasn't done that again, which also makes me think that
Right.
he's also one of these personality disorder people, was because you haven't even said I've done
You didn't get like a
wrong.
publicist or something.
Right. That one apology that he did issue when it first happened was kind of like, and you could see the narcissism in that apology, and it was just like, well, how are you turning this now into you, something about you? Like, this is not. So that's why I think what I think about him. And
It's just so crushing too, because it's like with
So
him,
funny.
and he's so on. It's not like he was someone that like posed as some like angelic person. So then it's like, whoa, who is this monster hiding?
Right.
He was like right there with
Right.
what he was saying. Like when you watch his comedy, it's like he's saying
He's being-
the most fucked up stuff.
what he said on SNL about like pedophiles
Right.
and like pedophilia, like that was
Right.
so risky and so like honest and so
Yep.
that's such a real thought that I was like, yeah, I would love for him to be honest about this. And I think that's what we all wanted to see before you move on and just carry on as if nothing happened,
Right.
which is another trait which sociopaths and narcissists do.
Interesting.
They act as if nothing happened. So like you could be in a relationship with someone for like 5 years where they've tormented you for those 5 years and then just dispose of you as if and then come up to you a week later. Hey, how you doing?
Yes, I
like, do you
dated
not
one of those
remember
once.
what
Yeah.
you just did? And they have no idea.
And I dated one of those once, and I was like, we just had a huge fight
And
about
they don't-
this, and they were like, I know,
Hey.
but we fought about it, and so
Hey, Emma.
things are good. And I'd be like,
What you doing today?
exactly.
What are you talking about?
Tweaking out. like
It's crazy.
trying to process this like fucking
Yeah, because in their head they didn't do anything wrong, and then they blame everything on you.
Right.
It's a whole thing. But yeah,
I'm gonna be so curious to see what happens and like where he goes with this.
no, I know and I think that 10 months is soon, but I think if addressed properly, it wouldn't have been that big
Right.
of a deal. And did you guys watch Drew Michaels' special?
No, I need to see it.
It's interesting. It wasn't what
I
I was
gotta see
expecting, but the format that he used, I would have loved for Louis to have done.
Ooh.
Where because I don't know, for anyone who hasn't watched Drew Michaels' special, there's no audience.
Right, I read about that.
Yeah.
Because Drew has this album he did. Have you met Drew before? He's like, he's really good looking, muscular guy from Chicago, really dark. Like
He is dark.
when people
Super
get
dark.
him, they like love it, and but his album that he came out with a couple years ago, that's how I like really liked the album. And then he moved to New York, and then he was at SNL for a year, and then I haven't seen him for a little while. But I saw the ad for the special, and I was very curious.
You were curious, like, what is this? Because
Right.
it's not a typical stand-up special, and it's getting a lot of like controversy because it's like, but there's no laughs and there's barely any jokes, and look, I'm a comedy purist. For me, it's like you take the melody out of a song, it's not a song
Right.
anymore.
And also, it's so interesting that this came out when Nanette came out because they didn't know about each other.
They didn't know about each other. Drew Michaels has been in the works for like years now. I heard him and Gerard have been working on this for like a long time.
Do you think they were like shit when Nanette came out?
Probably.
It is a little bad timing.
But bad
Or it's a
timing,
good timing.
or good timing. I was like, either way, because it's now that already opened up the
Right.
conversation. And even so, they're similar, but they're still very different. You have to see it because Nanette's, at least you can see the first half hour. It's like, that is stand up. Like,
So I only watched the first 20 minutes of it, and I was like, oh, I don't get what everyone's talking about.
It's
And they
stand-up.
were like, what? And I was like,
gotta
well, I only
finish
watched
it.
the first. Yeah, I gotta
finish it where
right.
it does not. But she also talks about how she's quitting stand up. So
Right.
it's like, that made sense to
What
me.
comedian doesn't talk about that all the time?
I know.
She beat everyone. She
Me
beat everyone
every
to the
day.
punch.
Every day I'm gonna quit.
Every comedian talks about that. She just really thought like it's not happening for me. So we'll see what she does next. Now that she can't talk about
Now
quitting.
that she can't, right now she can't
now
tell
she'll
jokes
be like,
anymore.
I'm really quitting.
Right.
But for real this time.
For real this time. It's the boy who cried wolf. Right.
Yeah.
But like with Drew's, it was a conversation happening between him and a woman who I think represents every woman that he's ever dated and like how he behaves in relationships.
Does she laugh?
There'll be like some giggles every once in a while, but like it's nothing that he's
You
saying.
watched the hour? A whole hour
I
of it?
did. I did.
So it held your attention.
No.
But that's hard to hold a comedian's attention.
It is hard. and that's hard to do,
Yeah.
right? 'Cause
Yeah.
we've seen and heard everything at this
Yeah.
point. Even sometimes
long
I've
do
walked
you-
out on Chappelle before. Okay, so
Yeah.
this
Me
is what
too,
we're dealing with.
totally.
This is what we're dealing with.
I'd say Cat Williams is someone that holds my attention for a
He's
special.
so-
and he's like running around,
Yeah,
Right.
He's working up a sweat. And
There's
I'm
a
like,
lot you have to
Yeah,
do for us,
right.
Because we're
Seen
it's like when you
so much.
see so much porn, you're desensitized.
Yeah.
watching weird shit.
Yeah, you're like, I need more stuff. I need more
Yeah.
punchlines to get off.
Yeah.
I need a stool hump. Something, give it to me, right?
Totally.
So it's like it was, but I feel like that format because there was a lot of it is he's in an empty black room and he's just talking to the camera with just thoughts, not all jokes. Most of them aren't jokes, but they're just thoughts.
But there were thoughts that clearly were super pre-scripted.
Yeah, scripted, and there was a premise, and there was, I wouldn't say like a punch, but it led to like closure, or like there was definitely, he wouldn't just bring up something and just leave it hanging. He would
Right.
like, it was a full thought, and then I was like, this would have been more powerful if it was like Louis, like in this type of format, addressing what had gone down, because with no audience and him in the camera, and I really
like a
thought,
confessional.
yeah, and it was so dramatic. Me and Justine Marino talked about it. It looks like Darren Aronofsky shot this. Like it was so dark and heavy. And for that type of topic, for Louis to have discussed, I thought that would have been a great format for him.
Should it have been called a comedy special, you think?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I gotta watch it because Drew, like, I'll see him at comedy clubs. Like, in my experience with him, like he's a comedian.
Yeah.
So he just must have really trusted. He must really trust Gerard to be like, because I don't think like if someone asked me to do that,
It's very risky.
Yeah,
Not on your first special.
especially because that's where you work your material out in front of people. So I'd be like, I can't take away the thing that has co-made this with me. Like the audience has made it just as much as I have. It
Very
always.
true. That's absolutely true.
That's an awesome. I've never heard stand up put that way, but that's fucking awesome.
Because it's like I'll think of it.
We're working together.
We're working together for better or worse.
Yeah.
Right. It's true. You're letting me know. You're the gauge now if this is working, what I need to fix, or or if it's brilliant. Just first off,
right.
So but that's a great point. But like I said, it's just call it a one man show. Call it what it is. It's just for me. We're changing the definition of what comedy is, and I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, and there's room for like lots of different things. Like
absolutely,
be like. Yeah, there's other, but comedy has been like on an upswing, so now it's like they're trying to stuff in other stuff.
Right, and it's like, come on, we're just getting back on our legs. There was a moment there where it was like stand-up comedy was kind of whack, and now it's like it's coming back, and now you're going to say, well, this is stand-up comedy, and this is stand-up comedy. Like,
right. And comedy's like tough enough. Anyway, people are always trying to make comedy a little easier. You know what I mean? So like that does make it easier if someone's like, "Whoa, take out the audience." We're just like, "Oh, okay."
Like that
makes it.
That does make it. I literally tweeted the other day. Oh, so we don't have to write jokes anymore. It's going to save me a lot of time.
Oh
because we're not right. It's not jokes anymore.
Right.
Filming a crazy person.
Yeah.
Right.
Go find the loudest homeless guy and put him in a room with a camera.
It did feel like a therapy session. It did feel, it's like these are the things that I've been struggling with my relationships and dating and blah, blah, blah. And but also, I will say this, I feel like it was an hour of him explaining how he's a sociopath.
Well, that's what his comedy's about. A little bit, but he used to have this really good material about about being deaf in one ear. Did he talk about that?
Yeah, he talked about that a little bit on this,
and that's why the reason he went to go get his hearing checked out was because he was like having trouble with dirty talk in bed, and it's like so uncomfortable to be like, wait, what was that? And he used to have a whole bunch of stuff. What'd you say? It's really funny, yeah. And he's
that's hilarious.
Yeah, and he was like, and that's why I went to. And that was on the album I really like. So he was like, and that's why I went to the doctor. And he's got a whole funny thing about it. So I wonder what made him not do that.
I don't know. All I know is that I think it would have been more impactful if he had already had a bigger name for himself. And that, because like Chappelle could do that. Louis could do it.
Oh, I would love if Chappelle did that.
It's like,
that's a good point. That would be.
I feel like it was maybe before it should have been done. Right.
That's a fair way to say that.
Yeah, that's all.
Because if Chappelle did that would be awesome to just see what. Also, Chappelle would be like I'd be a little scared for Cat Williams to do that.
We all would.
Like I bet after 15 minutes, I'd be like, all right, he'll be cool. And then I'd be like, how's he doing half an hour? Right. You know what I mean? Just he'd be in there like tweaking out.
Right.
But.
Well, it's too late now. Drew did it, so no one else can do it now.
Right.
Is that what it is? It's been done? Well,
or it'll be a whole new genre.
Ugh.
Yeah, we do the crowd.
I don't want that.
I'm a crowdless comedian.
Yeah, that's just I don't.
You guys worry about getting in these fucking comedy clubs. I'm gonna be playing.
Gerard said and I think my friend told me he said this, so I'm not sure if he said this in an interview or if it was like a quote from an article, but apparently Gerard had said, I watched Drew's stand up and it lent itself to not having an audience.
Ooh.
And I was like,
does
that mean he was bombing?
Right.
Does that mean he wasn't?
If they don't get him, then because there's a fine line because
he's super dark.
He's really dark. So if they like get that he's like coming from a place where he like if he's won. So before I saw him, he had won me over because I liked the album.
Yeah.
So if someone's pre-got you go, that's actually really to your point of if you win them over with a more traditional comedy album, then they'll go with you there. Yeah.
Right.
Because when he had won me over, and then the first set I saw him have, the audience really got him. But then I had seen sets where, as everyone has sets where they don't get you. Of course, everybody does.
Of course.
But then the bigger or stronger, the bolder the thing you're saying, then if the audience doesn't take you there, the more like stark it feels.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want to talk about this more. We have to go.
I gotta watch it.
You have to. I watched it. The first time I watched it, I turned it off like after the first 15 minutes because I didn't know what it was. I wasn't prepared. And I was like, I thought I was supposed to be laughing and I'm not laughing. So I was like, I can't right now. And then once I found out, it's kind of what I did with The Net. Because I started watching The Net and I gave it like 10 minutes, but I was like, okay, this just seems like regular stand-up. So I didn't see what everyone was talking about. But then people were like, no, you have to go to the second half of it. I was like, oh, yeah. Same thing with this. So then once I found out like, oh, it was this, and I was like, I'll give it another try. And then I watched it just so I could like talk about it and stuff like that. But yeah.
Does it change gears like Nanette at all?
No.
Okay.
It's kind of the same note the whole way through. But there's a manipulation that happens in it, which is sociopathic.
Oh.
So, but again, as a viewer who doesn't know, like I told you, I've read books on this now, and like
Right.
as you have now had conversation with your therapist, so like you see certain things, and you're like, oh,
Does
I
he
see what's
ever
happening.
say that? Does he ever say it?
You know, I don't think he did. I don't think he acknowledges it. You know, they're not going to say they're a sociopath. You know, they're
Right.
not going to. It's just there are tactics that are done in the special where it's like, oh, this is what you actually do in your relationships, which is brilliant because you're manipulating people into thinking, oh, you do this and this and this, and you feel badly about your behaviors, but then you're going to repeat the cycle all over again.
Oh, God.
And again, it's because I just know this stuff now.
I gotta watch it.
It's interesting.
He used to also have a joke that he would open with where he'd say, "My therapist just said that I'm going to butcher the joke, actually. He did it on something where he's like, my therapist says I'm a self-absorbed narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how could you talk about such a wonderful person like that?
Hilarious. Yeah.
He used to open with
Yeah.
that. Some version of that.
So, I mean, and maybe he is because he's been told now, maybe he's self-aware, but you know, it's just funny. It's just been, it's a theme where all of us are kind of self-absorbed to be doing what we're doing. But there is a level where it's like people are so far down that rabbit hole of self-importance and narcissism that they hurt other people just by living their lives. Because that's just what they do. But what a sad note to end. What a sad note.
We started so
I've been
happy
waiting
with
for
We did.
this there.
with your TMJ blowjob.
I know we did.
And
Now we ended on this on narcissism, guys. Thank you so much for listening, guys. For our listeners that keep coming back, spread the word. If you haven't told anybody about the struggle, please do, because that's how we just get more listeners and followers, and that's how we can be more successful and go on tour and give you guys more of what you want. Follow me on social media, Jokes by Candice, and that's on Instagram and Twitter, and CandiceThompsonComedy.com for my show dates. And Mal, where can people find you?
You can unfollow me at malhall.com and at malhall on all social media.
And Emma, one more again.
It's at Emma Willmann.
There
2 L's and 2 N's.
There we go.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Thank you for joining,
Thank you, guys.
and rate and review us on iTunes. Do that.
It really helps. It makes it gets you up in the chart more than anything else.
It legit does. So go on iTunes. Even if you listen on Spotify or you listen on iHeartRadio, go to iTunes.
Yep.
Make it your business. We love you. Bye.
Bye.